What's up guys, this is AP iPhone Help, and today I'm going to be doing a setup of my new SteadyTracker. This is a thing that a lot of people use when recording video when you're doing handheld shots. A lot of times you don't want the shakiness of a handheld shot, so you get one of these. A lot of times they have gimbals and stuff like that, but this is one that does not, and it is on the cheaper side of them all. So this is just going to be the setup of the SteadyTracker and how to set it up. Alright, so right out of the box you get these three things here, here, and here. This here is the base of the SteadyTracker. This goes onto the base as shown, and then this gets attached here. There are screws, included in the box, actually included on the product, and they're very nice wing nut screws. So or wing nut bolts. So you're not going to have to need to use any type of tools to assemble this, because this here is already assembled on the nuts and bolts are already assembled there, and all you're going to use is these wing nuts right here. As you can see there, they're very big and they're very easy to use and assemble. So let's assemble this real quick. Alright, and there the base is assembled, and now you can see this is actually going to be able to hold up your entire DSLR camera or whatever camera you have on it, your video camera or whatever. As soon as you put this on here, it will also like double as a tripod, a very small and non-movable tripod, but still, I've definitely used it before as a tripod. So let's just continue the installation. Alright, and it is basically all set up now. If I lay it flat here, you can see almost the entire product, that it is set up fully. Now we just have to get it balanced with the camera. Alright, so the next part is you're going to take the wing nut on the bottom here off of this part, which is the plate. They call this the quick connect plate, but I strongly disagree because it's not a quick connect. I would definitely recommend maybe buying a quick connect and putting it on this plate. That's probably something that I'm going to invest in a little bit, once I use it a little bit more. But what you're going to do is go grab your camera, take the quick connect plate, and we'll move this out of the way for now. Take the quick connect plate, attach it to your camera, and it does have a screw for the bottom right where your tripod normally goes. And then what I do is I just take a dime, but you don't really need a dime. You could use like a screwdriver or a penny or whatever, and then just screw it in, making sure that it looks pretty center, and then tightening it up right away. And then once you have that done, you can put your dime away or throw it on the ground like I did. And then what you're going to do is just put this back on here. Try to center it this way. Try to make sure it's pretty center. Make sure your lens is where you want to keep it. Make sure all of your equipment is on. So if you have a mic, put that on. If you're using a flash or a video light, put that on. If you have a flip out screen, put it out to not exactly, but approximately where you want to have it placed. And then make sure it looks about center this way. So I think mine looks about center, maybe right about there, and then center it this way. Let's see here, mine looks about centered right about there. And then what you're gonna do is make sure that wing nut is tight, and then you're off to the next step. Alright, so the next step is to take the camera and put it sideways like so, and just find the center of balance, about where it is balanced. I just use maybe 3 fingers. Try and find where it doesn't tilt this way or towards that way either. So I think I found the center of balance pretty well here. It doesn't really seem like it's moving. So I'm just going to hold it, move this this circular foam piece down, and then you're going to move this other piece, like this gasket looking thing, and then this clip all the way down to where you're at, and then just put back on, make sure it's about center, you're not tilting either way, and then you're 1 step out of 3 done. So the next step is to take the camera, put it lens facing out, and hold it with those 3 fingers. Now if it moves like that, that means that it is not completely balanced, and if it moves backwards like that, that means it needs to move forward on the plate. If it moves forward like that, it means it needs to move backwards on the plate. So as you can see, mine moves backwards pretty much, so we are going to have to move it a little bit forward. So all you're going to do is take the wing nut, loosen it up, and ever so slightly move it forward. And then just do the same thing. So mine still needs to move forward, so we're just going to take it again, move it forward again, and as you can see, just by moving it forward, it no longer goes up like that. I mean, it stays completely level like that, and that's just from moving it forward. So the next thing that we're going to do is take your lens and face it down, and as you can see, it moves up. So the downward or the upward makes your lens move. Now if your lens is down, which is the way I recommend doing it, and it moves out, that means that it needs to go to the left. If your lens is down and it moves in, that means it needs to go to the right. But since it moves down, I need to go and move my camera to the left. So let's just do that. I'm just going to make it pretty flush. And usually your camera is going to need to go to the left more often, just because the battery pack is right here, usually on DSLRs, unless you have a the extended battery pack, then it's going to be on the bottom. But either way, you're going to want to do that. So just make sure that it's still even. And now, as you can see, my lens is down and it is not really moving that much. And put your lens out. And when my lens is out, it is kind of moving a little bit. So we're going to move it back a little bit. I probably messed it up a little bit when I was adjusting it for the left. So this definitely does take a while to get the first time, but after a while you're going to get the hang of it. You're going to know approximately where you're going to want to put your lens, and it's definitely going to be a lot easier. So alright, that is balanced there, and it is balanced there. Alright, so that is it. We're going to go and take it for a shot and see and compare what it is like with this versus just using your hands, versus one of the mounts that I personally made, which I'll have another video of later. So we're going to take it and shoot with this first. You got a car behind you. Alright guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you are subscribed, clicking here. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.